Team, I just want to do a video on the Specter raid. I know we try sending this out by email all the time, and it's lengthy. It's like 5 messages if we try and put this into a email. So I wanted to just record the instructions on how you should do the Specter raid. Now this is my take. It's worked pretty good. There can be modifications to this maybe, but this is the basics of how to do the Specter raid. So if you're not familiar with the Specter raid, let me show you in Event Center. Where is Specter raid? Right here. So the level changes every time. You know, it gets harder and harder as you finish it. And you get some nice rewards. There's no doubt about it, depending on where you rank. Individual ranking, you get a lot of stuff. Alliance points ranking, and this is important because everybody in the alliance gets this. So if we want to look at the alliance ranking for last one, we were number 1, so everybody got the most. I gotta stop saying Me personally, I was way down the list. Where was I? I was not in the top 10. Because this is individual ranking for all alliances. So, you know, I'm good at running an alliance. I'm not, basically my credit cards are maxed. So I'll never get up to the level that these guys are at. Maybe not max, but I've stopped spending so much on the game. So basically the event, I don't know if it says it. Yeah, there's no instructions on the game. So what happens is, let me go into kingdom mode. Let me go back to here. First of all, you got to put all your buffs on. Use abilities and defensive buffs. Now, you need to put your buffs on, so you can put on your buffs on your ability, right? So this is an attack buff, you don't need that. This one's a defense buff, which even though it grants a peace shields are useless during the Specter raid. They do nothing. But it increases your troops' defense and HP by 26%. So I'm getting a quarter extra defense for 2 hours. So you want to start this because it is 2 hours and the toughest battle is at the end of the event. You want to wait until the event actually starts before you use this. If you started 5 minutes early, guess what? At level 20, you're going to be in trouble. So I will use that right before the rally. And you can use your talents. Like I always save emergency recall when it's needed. You want to definitely use that only in an emergency. You know, like if all of a sudden, you know, one of the killer levels starts and your troops are out reinforcing others, you might want to pop that in. So save that. Always have that available during a Specter raid. This one you want to use. This is a maximum march capacity for 30 minutes. So the Specter raid lasts 2 hours. I will use this at 1.5 hours, so I have it for the hardest half, you know, the hardest quarter of the rally. You know, it goes up, you know, level 1 is easy. Nobody should die from level 1. Level 20 is against your fortress. You need as many troops as possible. Level 17 probably is the one where you really want to march extra troops to reinforce others. So, and the other thing is, your troops need to be home. You shouldn't be out gathering, you know. Your troops need to be home defending or supporting others who need help defending. You shouldn't be farming, you shouldn't be out anywhere, and you certainly should not ever start a rally during a raid. I think last raid we had somebody start a 15-minute rally. So troops were tied up. People joined it just thinking it's a regular rally event. But that means those troops aren't defending. They're tied up. and not available. If anybody starts a rally in my alliance, they definitely are suspect to being booted and re-invited back just to break up the rally. All right, the second part here is what heroes are at your wall. So the two heroes, Phoebus and Barnaby, let's see, they have garrison buffs. It's almost universally accepted that this guy should be on your wall. And let's look at his stats. Where's his stats? So damage to enemy troops, and we'll explain why that's important later. Increases your troop defense by 20%. When garrisoning, now this is where when you put him on your wall, 45% of granting your troops a shield effect. So this guy is built for defense. Troop attack means anybody coming in is going to get hit. And then when you get to your max level, 50% of increasing your troop defense by 15% and health 10%. That guy is made to defend your castle. Now the other guy, he's not a, whoops, wrong button. He's not your top level, but this is good old Barnaby. Why do I like Barnaby? He's got good stats, and all these stats are okay. But check out this stat, his final stat. When garrisoning estates, grants a 40% infantry, cavalry, and distance. Infantry attack, cavalry, and distance health, base defense plus 40%. You ain't touching that. This guy needs to be on your wall. I really should level him up to 80, but we're getting there. So what does the event happen? Yeah, the better skills, so these are the instructions that we post out for people. All right, let me describe the event first before we go into this stuff. When you activate the Specter raid, what happens is the Specters, the horses, the undead, the Red Guard, whoever they are in your realm, they will start attacking absolutely everybody in the alliance. You will see everybody, all 100 people, 90 people, whatever you got, everybody will have an attack sent against them. Now those attacks will hit. Let me see if I could find an old attack. Let me go back. I think they come under system. Oh no, they might come under reports. I'll try and find that while I'm talking. But basically, they attack you, and you have to win the battle. But the battle is measured by how much damage, how many troops of theirs survive the attack. So if all of their troops survive, obviously that's a loss for you. If none of their troops survive, that's a win for you. If 50% of their troops survive, I got to get back past the Oracle Reef, sorry. If 50% of their troops survive, that's a loss for you. That's right, if half their troops live, you lose. Doesn't matter how many of your troops live or die, you can kind of gauge it when you start losing troops that you're doing bad. But for the most part, well, I did a lot of Oracle Reefs damage. But for the most part, it's how many of their troops live. A lot of people get that backwards. God. I know why I loved Oracle Reefs. This was cool. So, level 1, like I said, is really simple. Unless all your troops are out, say, at the Alliance farm gathering food, then you're going to lose. Now what happens is if you lose twice, that's it. No more troops will attack you. You're out of any attacks going in the future. Would this freaking stop sometime? You're out from being attacked, but you're not out of the game. And you get points for how much damage you do. So say you lose twice, especially we'll talk about the tough levels where they rally you. But say you lose twice and you think, I'm out, I'm done with this. No, you take your troops, you send them to somebody else who's being attacked, and you're going to be defending them, and you're still going to be getting points. Nobody should ever just quit and not be in the rally. Your troops should be home or in somebody else's castle. We may not get this today, folks. There's way too many. Oh, here it is. Thank God. All right, so this time I was defending Nettie, it looks like, against a level 20 undead army. Oh no, this was the castle. We'll talk about the castle in a minute. Let's talk about a regular one, level 19. All right, now you see the way I lost 1% of my troops. They were damaged. You have to heal them constantly through this. You see I have my 2 heroes here defending my wall, and I'll show you how to set them. So they sent 800,000 troops. 800,000 troops died. Even though I only have 750,000, or that's what I had at the time, they are, what level are they? They're level 19? I forget. But you want to look at this report every time, because that number needs to be 0. If it goes up, like if you see it start going to 5%, 10%, 40%, you better tell everybody in your channel you need help. And don't just say, I need help, because nobody knows where you are. You want to say, I need help. Here's my coordinates, 513, 1173. And when you type in coordinates, right? Actually, I'll do it here. When you type in coordinates, you don't say, I'm at 513, 1173, because that's not clickable. What you say is help, need reinforcements, if you can spell it, at 513:1173. Now by adding that colon in there, that makes this clickable. So when I send that out, people could see that, click on it, and it takes them right to my castle. Same way when you're sharing a report. I'm not going to send it now because people would get confused. Or you could just click on your castle and you could just share coordinates, and that will share it in the channel. Again, I won't do that now. So what happens, you have 20 waves where these red guards are going to try and burn your castle down. And when I say 20 waves, it happens 20 times. And you'll see right down on this bottom here, right where it says Pinnacle of Kings right now, you'll see right there, it'll tell you what wave you're on currently. Oh, didn't mean to click that. Now, all the waves aren't the same. Waves 10 and 20 attack the fort. And we'll go over that in a second. But the waves you want to really watch out for are 7, 14, and 17. They don't attack everybody. They attack just a certain number of people. And it's a rally. It's the same way if you start a rally, the Specters are starting a rally, so they're hitting you really hard. Generally, at our level 7 isn't really a big deal. 14 and 17 is where people burn. So you want to definitely reinforce anybody, and you don't know who they're going to hit either. There's no logic to it. It's totally random. So when the wave starts, when the countdown goes to 0, you'll look at to see where the red lines are pointing to, where the attack's coming in. And then you get as many troops as you can. You don't just reinforce, like during the event, I'll reinforce, say 4 of my neighbors, because I have 5 marches. I could send 4 marches out and support people, and I have enough troops where I'm not going to die from that. You reinforce as much as possible based on the amount of troops you have. You just never want to burn yourself. On 14, 17, and 7, you want to send not just a little bit of troops. You want to send as many as you can, and high level only. Why high level? Because if I send level 1 troops and then one of my bigger guys wants to send level 11 troops, they only have so much reinforcement capability. So your level 1s are going to block level 11s from supporting this guy. So generally you just send your high level troops, you know, like if I'm level 10, I'll send 10 and 9 maybe. I won't send 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I'll just send 10 and 9, my two tops. The fort is the same way. Right now we're in a position where we easily fill the fort and it's getting to be a pain. I'm going to rewrite the instructions where people could send 100,000 troops, I think is a good number, to the fort, you know, to reinforce. This way everybody gets a chance. Otherwise, we have enough high-level people where 5 people can reinforce the fort and nobody else gets a chance to win points. Not fair. So we're working on that. So after wave, as soon as wave 9 is over, we need to get one person who has the highest march capacity available in there. Because if somebody comes in and their march capacity is 20,000 troops, that's it. Only 20,000 troops could come in. And generally, I'll just bounce them out if that's the case. You get somebody with your highest level, you get them in there, and now all of a sudden you could fit 1 million, 2 million troops into your fort. Huge difference. So you've got to make sure your leader is in there. And if a bunch of people go in and the rally capacity is low, you can just mega rally. It costs you 2,000 gold, but that will make sure your rally capacity overrides everybody else's. So you want to get one big guy in first, and then everybody else will go in. Again, you send in your highest level troops. You don't send level 1 troops in because it's definitely going to hit our max capacity. Send in just your highest level, maybe your highest 2 levels. We're in the process of changing this because it's been a nightmare for us. We've tried different things. So we're just going to say no more than 100,000 troops. And I think that'll work for us. I've seen it go down as low as 70,000 troops. 70,000 times 100 is 7 million. So if all 100 people participate, you still don't have enough room. The numbers will get lower and lower as you get more participants and, you know, more people willing to send troops. So right now our alliance is going to use 100,000. That's going to go down as time goes on and people get higher troops. And just to make it fair, we were limiting it to just level 10 troops. Now we're going to say just your highest level troops. You know, don't send 987, send in just level 9 troops. And if you don't have that many, you need to work on your castle. You know, as the alliance grows, your troops need to grow with it. So don't even get me started about leveling up troops because I hate that. That's another video. So that's about it. So level 10 and 20, you know, they're attacking the fort. The Specters only attack the fort. It's a huge number of troops. You need at least 1 million people in the fort. Like we're at level 21 right now. We need at least 1 million, maybe 2 million people in the fort and of decent quality. I don't know what I'm going to do on level 20. We might try it with just the highest waves. I'll see. I don't want to lose one, but I also want to be fair to everybody else. So it's a fine line. That'll be your decision. But that's about it. Oh, I want to show you how to assign somebody to your wall. So let's go to our wall. Sorry, I have 4 instances open, so the game's a little slow right now. It's never a bad time to get silver. Come on. Oh my god, this game drives me crazy sometimes. There we go. Oh, I'm not training troops. Bad. Bad, Vinny. So if you click here on wall defense, and you want to do this in the middle, like if you do burn once, you want to extinguish the fire or repair your wall. But if you see right here, like let me take these guys out. So if you see this, you know there's no heroes assigned to your wall. all you have to do is hit the plus sign, or if there was somebody there, you just click on them. And I'm going to assign Phoebus. See, I'm on Phoebus now. I'm going to select him. So he's assigned to the wall. My next guy is Barnaby. So we assign him to the wall. They're also terrible at offense. So by doing this, it makes sure that when I choose troops to attack somebody, they're not going to be picked in the attack. They are assigned to the wall, and that's it. And as you see, I'm constructing my wall, level 31. Can I speed that up at all? Ooh, I can. Do not show this again today. All right, on our way to 32. Sorry, I'm digressing here. I am squirrel. Oh, not showgrounds. Castle. Like my castle. Upgrade. Stables 32. And I don't have enough aristocrat badges. You'll learn to hate aristocrat badges. How many do I have in here? Marquee badges are for the even higher levels. Right now I'm just on aristocrat badges. So I'm at 110. I need another 100 to upgrade that. Oh, let's talk about leveling up troops first of all while I'm here. If you go to train, now what you do is, if I have level 1 troops, that would be bad. A, I'm feeding them. B, I could send them on marches, and C, they're just useless as in general, because as soon as I go to attack, they're going to die. The lower levels die first. So if you're sending troops out to defend something, lower level troops will always die first. Everybody thinks that that means that it's saving other troops. No, they just die first because they're lower level. So say I had some, and I'll look to see, I might have some level 8 somewhere. Nope. You get lower level troops when you do the celestial events? Nope. Train, damn it. Why is my game going wonky on me? Alright, let's train 1 troop. Alright, so say you're going through and you're going to train your troops and you got lower level troops. See this little arrow right here? If you click on that arrow, that's leveling them up. See where it says level up? So if you level them up, now your level 8 troop just became level 10, and it's a lot faster to do than it would be to train a new level 10 troop. You know, it's definitely faster, better, stronger. You know, there's no reason not to do that. So definitely level up your troops, because now when you're going to send your troops into the castle, instead of sending a mix of level 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, you're sending in strictly level 9 troops. So it's more power, more likely to let the castle survive the attack, because if you don't survive the attack, you don't win and nobody gets rewards. So 100%, you need your troops at their best. You need level 30 troops if you're going to participate in the Kingdom versus Kingdom, you know, Pinnacle of Kings battles. Unless you got level 10s, you're just going to die. You know, level 11s now are needed just to compete lately. You know, and it's as you're at a newer world versus older world. And the last couple of battles I've seen, you know, the last round, if you look at my other videos, people had level 12 troops. And when you're at that level, level 40 castle, you're sending in 200,000 T12 troops. Nobody's going to win that one. Unless you got a level 40 castle yourself. But anyway, hopefully I've explained the Specter raid. If you have any questions, leave a comment and I'll try and answer them. I think I went over everything, but pretty much that's it. Have a good day. Make sure you like and subscribe. Later.